What's up, Giants fans? Thanks for tuning in to Big Apple Sports. Please just take a quick second before we get going. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. You won't regret it. Does me a huge solid too, so win-win all around. Going to be talking Giants football all year long, so don't miss out. And then before I get into telling you about this bullet that the Giants dodged, it's almost time for our first game. So drop me your predictions, season predictions, game predictions, breakout stars, who's going to have a monster game Sunday, what are you worried about for the Commanders? I always love to hear from you guys, so hit me up in the comments and I will do my best to respond to everyone. So, Giants fans, I'm guessing a lot of you have seen this news today. It's probably not going to be news to many of you, but I'm actually probably one of the few who's going to come out and tell you that this is a positive thing. And that is Andrew Thomas getting ready to sit week 1. He's listed as doubtful. I don't think anybody is expecting him to play at this point. You know, if you haven't been following the Andrew Thomas saga, he injured his foot last season. He's been trying to recover, hasn't really been a part of training camp, didn't play in any of the preseason games. I know we were all hoping to see him week 1. This is a different team when he's out there. But we got to think about the future. And that's not to say that this season should just be a wash. I think this is a good football team. I think they're going to surprise people, and I have been adamant on this channel that I think they will compete for the playoffs. So I'm not telling you to throw anything away. But the fact of the matter is the Super Bowl window has not opened yet. Once Jackson Dart is ready to play and he takes over the starting job, I expect him, Malik Nabers, Andrew Thomas, and Abdul Carter to be the future cornerstones of this franchise. Hopefully guys like Dexter Lawrence and Brian Burns age gracefully and can also be a big part of the franchise. But those 4 young guys, to me, are going to be the 4 pillars of this franchise moving forward. And I know a lot of people are fed up with Andrew Thomas. He's struggled with injury, but he's only 26 and he's going to be here. He's got a boatload of money coming his way all the way through 2029. We've got to make the best of him, and rushing him into a game to protect Russell Wilson is not the best way to do that. I don't know how many of my viewers out there are 300 pounds, but 300 pounds on a hurt foot does not feel good. You're not going to be able to properly recover if you aren't letting it fully heal first. So give the guy a break, and truthfully, I think this is a good week to do it. You look at the Commanders, last year they were a middle-of-the-road pass-rushing team. Nothing super impressive. That's going into the offseason, I think a lot of people were like, okay, if the Commanders want to take the next step and be a true Super Bowl contender this year, they need to improve their pass rush. And what did they do? They didn't draft anybody good, and they signed 36-year-old Von Miller. And, Von Miller, he'll probably be a Hall of Famer. I'm not going to say he wasn't once a great player, but you look at his 3 seasons with the Bills, and he tallied 14 total sacks over 3 years. He's just not the player he once was. He was a little bit better last year than he was the year before, but he's not someone that is going to scare anybody. And then, the Giants are also much better prepared to handle an absence like this. Last year, they're no strangers to playing without Andrew Thomas, but this year they knew this guy is an important part of our franchise moving forward. We don't want to force him to play before he's ready, so they brought in Hudson from the Browns to be the new left tackle. Was he amazing in the preseason? No. He struggled a little bit. He had some good plays, he had some bad plays, but he is going to be better than we saw at left tackle last year for the Giants. He's somebody who can fill in, and I think the Giants O-line is going to be respectable on Sunday, even without Andrew Thomas. And look at the Commanders game last year. I'll pull it up here. They had 2 sacks in the entire game, and both were by Dante Fowler, who I'm not sure if you saw it last night, was playing for the Cowboys. So like I don't know if like I don't expect the Commanders to be destroying the Giants on the line of scrimmage. The game is not going to be won because Andrew Thomas is out there or not. The Giants are going to be fine without him. They brought in Hudson specifically so they could do this. So I truly believe sitting Andrew Thomas for a week is the best thing for the Giants, and they dodged a major bullet by not forcing him out there like a lot of people expected them to and wanted them to. So I think that's a good move. Let me hear from you guys. What do you think? I know a lot of you are fed up with Andrew Thomas. He's been frustrating with his injuries, but when he's out there, this is a good team. And then also, drop me your comments on last night's game. What'd you think of Cowboys and Eagles? Personally, for me, I loved it. Like, I feel like both teams looked about as ugly as you could want from them. Like, I mean, the whole Jalen Carter thing was one of the most bizarre beginnings to a game I think I've ever seen. The Cowboys very clearly missed Micah Parsons. I didn't think either team looked super impressive. And I guess speaking of the Cowboys and Micah Parsons, that is the Giants' opponent in week 2. So as far as Andrew Thomas is concerned, like, I don't know that it's that smart to rush him back into week 2. Like, he needs to be 110% foot perfect before he steps onto that football field. Like, nobody on the Cowboys is going to pressure the QB, like, unless they're blitzing 7 or 8. And then I think Russ is a smart enough QB that he can dump it off. He can throw it away. He knows what to do in that situation. And Daboll's a good coach. He knows how to scheme. He's no stranger to having to scheme around a subpar offensive line. And both Russell Wilson and Jackson Dart, which is shocking for a rookie, already are, like, he has much better pocket awareness than Daniel Jones ever did. I always thought that was one of Jones's biggest weaknesses. So I think the Giants are perfectly fine without Andrew Thomas. Don't rush him back. Let him fully recover. Get that foot 100% because big times are coming for the boys in blue. They're going to be, like I said, I think they're going to compete for the playoffs this year, and hopefully next year Jackson Dart is the guy and they're talking Super Bowl, and I think Andrew Thomas is going to be a big part of it. So you got to let him get healthy. I know we're all frustrated. I know we want to see him out there, but like, the future of the Giants franchise does not rest in these first couple games. They're built to be fine in these games without him. Let him recover. Let him become 100% so that hopefully we get to see the Andrew Thomas like that we have seen at his best, and he can stay healthy and lead to some great times for the Giants. So once again, on your way out, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and then drop me all your Giants takes, predictions, whatever for this weekend, and I will do my best to respond to them. See ya.